Washington Monument. Yep, going to be closed to tourists a little longer than first expected. You may remember last Friday, the National Park Service closed the monument down for maintenance after several issues with the elevator that have been going on for years. WUSA 9's John Henry joins us now from the National Mall. So, John, the Park Service said that the monument was supposed to reopen by Monday, but now they're saying it's going to stay closed a lot longer.
That's right. So the National Park Service can continue its inspections to figure out what's wrong with the elevator inside of the monument. That said, we're told when the Washington Monument does reopen, it could actually have a longer closure later in the future. Go down to the National Mall on any given day and you'll find a countless number of people with their heads pointed toward the sky. The Washington Monument demands your attention.
My eyes are drawn to the monument because of its size.
Just stands out. It's a terrific building.
But while it's nice to look up at, many tourists would also like the chance just to go up to its top as well. Unfortunately, routine problems with its elevator have made that harder than normal. Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton said she's frustrated with the monument's frequent closures.
This I regard as an emergency situation.
So she called a meeting with the National Park Service where she learned a long-term fix would likely be needed. The National Park Service said it believes it will have to construct a modernized elevator system within the Washington Monument. That process could take 8 to 9 months, during which the monument would once again likely have to close down. Tourists weren't too thrilled.
It's kind of a side of Washington, D.C., so I would say I would be kind of disappointed.
But the Park Service says it's needed.
Typically, elevators have a system like this would have a life of 20 to 25 years. It was last modernized in the late 90s.
No date for construction work has been set, but Norton said she would prefer it take place before next year's tourism season. That way, these crowds can see Washington from up high sooner rather than later. Now, the Park Service says the Washington Monument's problems go beyond the earthquake it experienced just 5 years ago. Many things like computers and control panels that assist the elevator in the Washington Monument are probably outdated. With the very latest from the National Mall, John Henry, WUSA 9.
Well, the National Park Service said it's been setting aside money for such a project. They say it could cost more than $2 million. Meanwhile, Delegate Norton is blaming Congress for letting the elevator get to the state that it is currently in.